Hi friends, how are we doing? I'm having a minimal, mindful retreat and I thought I would tell you about it. So, you're watching this, I think a month after I'm filming it. It was due to go live on the 26th of March, so it's currently the 26th of February. And I am spending a few days in the beautiful hotel, the Grand Coloane Resort, which is in Coloane, which is the bit at the bottom of Macau on Macau Beach on the Taipa Island. Now Macau is a strange place. Like Hong Kong, it's now technically part of China, but it wasn't for a long time. In fact, it was a Portuguese colony. And it's become known as the Las Vegas of Asia, to the point that actually Las Vegas is the Macau of North America at this point. There are hundreds of casinos and crazy places around here, but there are also some beautiful places out on the coast which are really, really peaceful. And this is certainly one of those. We've been here a few times and love it. It is really tranquil. It's like the most peaceful place I think you can get to from Hong Kong without having to get on a plane. It's a 45-minute ferry ride away from Tunman where we live. So it's just really tranquil. Now what I decided to do was focus on a couple of things while I'm here. The reason I'm here is that Eva, my wife, is in Fiji on a school trip this week. It's what we call Camp Week, or I think Leadership in Action Week, which means that basically there are very few students in school. The upper students, the year 12s and 13s, are doing their mock exams for their A-levels at the moment, so they're not in lessons, and then everyone from year 6 to 9 is off on camp doing activities and leadership things and what have you. So there's only year 10s and 11s in. I taught my year 11s yesterday, and I don't see them again until 2 weeks' time. And I don't have any other classes, so I don't need to be back in until Friday afternoon. So I decided I was going to take some time away and just spend some time focusing on what's important in a minimal kind of way, I guess. So now, to get myself into the mindset of it, I decided that for these few days I was going to wear white. Not for any other reason than it goes with the aesthetic, but also I just thought, it's just something that I was going to go with. So I got some lovely white linen shirts. It's all about comfort and relaxation. I mean, being comfortable in your skin, which I think minimalism helps towards anyway. There's definitely a positive thing about that. So that was just to get myself into the mindset. I'm not aiming to do a whole lot while I'm here. I was hoping the weather would be a little bit nicer. Unfortunately, it's rather cloudy at the moment, which means I'm being washed with very, very high colour temperature light coming in through the patio. So I apologise if this is a little bit kind of paler, bluer than my videos normally are. I'm trying to balance it with some lights. And I thought I would, spend a few days focusing on classical guitar, which is something that I very rarely play. I am really not good at. I jokingly posted that I was, when I took a picture on Instagram last night, that I was pretending I knew the first thing to do with it. Now obviously I know a little bit more than that because it's still a guitar, but it's something that is not a skill set of mine particularly. So classical guitar was definitely one thing that I wanted to do, and the other thing that I came away to do was read. So I actually brought 3 books with me. I'm currently reading Vlog Like a Boss, How to Kill It Online with Video Blogging by Amy Schmittauer, or Amy Landino as she's known these days, because she got married a couple of years ago, I think. And then I brought Lagom, The Swedish Art of Balanced Living, and I still haven't read any further than the intro of this, Minimalism, Live a Meaningful Life by Joshua Fields Milbourne and Ryan Nicodemus, the Minimalists. So I will probably get through all those books. As I say, I'm not doing a whole lot. I'm enjoying the resources of the hotel. I've got a massage booked for later this morning. I was hoping to spend some time by the outdoor pool, but not only is the weather unseasonable, I have an annoying habit of arriving in hotels the week that they close the pool for maintenance. There is an indoor pool, so I will still be making use of that and the gym and stuff. Generally just trying to spend as much time kind of focusing on myself and my surroundings, getting inspired to write some music, write some lyrics. I brought my trusty Music Cliffe always on my hand notebook, which I carry around with me and very rarely use, but I'm really going to try and get some good stuff in there, both thinking of video ideas and music as well. For a minimalist or a minimal retreat, I ended up bringing quite a lot of stuff, but the majority of that is camera equipment. I only brought one camera, but I brought a light and stand, I brought a tripod, I brought a couple of lenses, 3 lenses in fact, I clearly brought radio mics. I wanted to get as much B-roll footage, which I'll hopefully infuse into this as I can, of the place, just to give a kind of feel and a mindset of what I'm doing. Now I'm aware that this is minimal March, so at this point March hasn't started, so I can't comment on how it's going. I hope yours is going really well. You will have seen last week, as you watch this, my first half of my report on playing the Mins game, which is the big declutter thing where you get rid of 1 item on the first day, 2 items on the second day, 3 items on the third day, and so on. So I'm starting to prepare that in my head. I have a few, I think I have the first 3 or 4 days of items kind of prepared mentally so that I'll be able to put them together, just because my life gets incredibly busy for the next, once I get back on Friday, for about the next 8 or 9 days. It is just nuts. I have so many events on, so I needed to kind of get a little bit ahead. I am almost filmed up in terms of videos to the end of March at this point, and that is my goal, is to keep a month ahead of myself. It's not going to quite happen this month, but I should be able to catch up. So obviously these baby steps towards minimalism videos will be happening on Tuesdays. Thursdays are general music content, and then Saturdays seem to be jam videos or instrumental demos, stuff without much talking, if any. That seems to be a pattern that I developed. I've prepared a shooting schedule for what I'm working on over the next few months. Again, so it's something I don't have to think too much about. It's something so I can be as relaxed as possible about what I'm doing, live as slowly as possible, not in terms of turning into a couch potato. In fact, one of my challenges for the time here is not to sit in front of the TV or YouTube. I will be obviously catching up on comments and that kind of thing on YouTube, but I don't want to spend hours watching YouTube. I really want to focus on bringing in healthy input and then pouring out inspired output, because I think that is something that is particularly important. Lent is around the corner, so obviously we're doing a no spend thing. I aimed to start my no spend thing in February. It hasn't quite worked out. There's been a couple of things I've needed to purchase and a couple of things I have purchased because I thought, well, I'm not going to be able to buy anything for a month and a half, but I order them now. But I'm working on it. I'm aware that there are significant things that I need to minimize. Guitar pedals. I think I've sold 1 at this stage, but again, one of the things that I've ordered, one of the things I had to order, was cardboard boxes, flat pack cardboard boxes, so I can ship out pedals that I sell. It seems a strange thing, but they're really hard to find here. So it was something that needed to be done. I'm also going to start going through my Lego at some point over the Easter holidays, over the Easter vacation. We are away in Bali for a week, but our Easter holiday is nearly 3 weeks long. So I'm going to go through, and I've made the decision that anything prequel trilogy or Clone Wars era Lego I'm going to be trying to sell. Now I have a lot of that. I have lots of the minifigures of clone troopers and stuff. So I think that would be a good reduction. It's probably going to reduce my Star Wars Lego by, I don't know, 30–40%. It's the original trilogy stuff and the associated era that brings me the most joy, so that I'm going to keep. I'm not sure about the sequel trilogy stuff yet. Obviously that hasn't happened, hasn't finished yet, but I think mostly, you know, as I say, the stuff that most inspires me to want to own Lego. Obviously at the moment I don't have the opportunity to build with it very much because I'm just lacking space, but I know that's not a permanent thing. But yeah, the original trilogy and the associated time period, so, you know, Solo movie, Rogue One, Battlefront, those kind of era of stuff is the stuff that I want to keep. So, and yeah, I don't know, that is going to be a big job. There is a lot of it. I dread to think how much I've spent, probably going on for a year's salary out of the 6 years that I've been working in Hong Kong, which is terrifying. You know, we're talking £20,000. I am absolutely not against bringing things in that inspire you, that you enjoy. That is my rational minimalist approach. It is bring things in that bring you joy, but don't buy things just for the sake of it. I'm not one of these people who say don't buy anything. No, that's not me at all. But sometimes things get out of control, and I know in my life certain things have gotten out of control, and that is one of them. So it's something that I am going to have to deal with, and I'm going to have to reduce, minimize, and in future I will be more intentional about my purchases. Now I know that the new wave of Lego sets that comes out in April, I don't want any of. I want one minifigure from the new release, so I'll pick that up on Bricklink or eBay, which is the minifigure of Zuckuss, because there has never been a minifigure of Zuckuss before, and that will go into my Cloud City. That's it. So that's an easy one, whereas previously, in previous years before I changed my mindset on this, I would have bought the whole wave. Whether or not I wanted it, I would have bought the whole wave, because that's who I was. I'm still trying to sell guitars. I am uncertain about my Telecasters. What I mean by that is both that I am uncertain whether to keep them, whether I actually enjoy them. I just don't know. I got them out the other day and they just didn't feel as comfortable in my hands as a Sir or a Les Paul. They sound great, but there are little quirks about them that just are not inspiring me. Maybe they need a professional setup, maybe they just need new strings, I don't know. But if they're not bringing me joy, why am I keeping hold of them? My Strats are going. I was trying to, again, sometimes my mind does funny things, and I was talking myself around things like, well, maybe I should buy a really nice Strat. It's like, but I don't play Strats. I think that was just because I was watching a David Gilmour documentary and it inspired me. But then Old Red is close enough to a Strat that I can do what I want with it, and it plays like a Sir. How long at this point have I waffled on for, I wonder? I cannot see the screen. I'm shooting, these hotel rooms are so large that I'm shooting this video with my 50mm f1.8 nifty 50 lens, which because I'm shooting on a crop factor, is actually working like an 80mm, and I'm still getting a fairly wide angle image. I can't shoot like this at home. It's great, but I should probably have plugged in a monitor or something. Not that I brought one with me, because that would have been ridiculous. My suitcase was already 16 kilos for a 4-day trip. Very little of that was clothes, and then I also had my classical guitar strapped to my back. So I don't know. I'm not entirely sure where this video is going. I hope everyone is doing well. If you do get the opportunity to take time out from your schedule, whatever your life is like, and spend a bit of time where you can just be, which is really what this is about. And obviously these thoughts are things that have been going on, churning over my head. Like in the ferry on the way over, I was thinking about this stuff. You know, hopefully over the next few days, and I will shoot more videos while I'm here, hopefully things will start to make a bit more sense to me, because that's part of the goal. Yeah, if you do get the opportunity to do something like this, take it. Be good to yourself. It's all about self-care, and I think that's something that's really important, and something that we are too good at ignoring and forgetting. So yeah, have a good one. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next video, or at least in the next Baby Steps Towards Minimalism video next week, as you watch this week, which will be part 2 of the Mins game. So to summarise this video, why did I decide to come here and what have I got out of it? Well, I've read 3 books, I've had 2 lovely massages, I've had some great food, I have spent a lot of time connecting with me. I've written a few musical ideas. I've not perhaps written as much as I would like, but I've generally lived slowly. I have thought deeply. I've shot 11 YouTube videos while I've been here. So the whole experience has been truly rewarding, and I want to encourage you. Okay, not everyone is able to stay in a luxury resort, but there is always the opportunity to find somewhere where you can get away from it every once in a while, leave all the clutter of home behind, and just chill out somewhere in a relaxed environment with a minimal amount of stuff, so that you can focus on being and be more mindful, be more minimal, and reassess, rebalance, readjust. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy all the videos I've shot here in Coloane. I've got to go back early tomorrow morning to Hong Kong because life suddenly becomes crazy, but I would like to think that these few days have helped balance me so that I can deal with the ups and downs and the busyness and stuff and still keep a level head. So thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care guys, I'll speak to you soon.